Hello, good morning or good evening. Welcome back to Cultural Translation 21 Day Challenge. I am Tomo and you're here with me on my day 7. Pretty amazing to think it's already been 1 week and I'm a little bit overwhelmed that I have 2 more weeks to go. And today I'm extra nervous because I am actually translating quite a bit. Well, if you have been with me on this journey so far, that you might have noticed, I have been culture translating, but I haven't been translating chunk of Japanese text into English yet. And today, with this book, I am doing it, and I'm nervous, but I hope you stick with me. So this book, one of my favorite, titled 現代の彫刻, I would translate it as going beyond in the contemporary society, co-written by Takeshi Nakajima and Eisuke Wakamatsu. And I am introducing Eisuke Wakamatsu, Mr. Wakamatsu's chapter. So this book is all about kind of tackling the original text of historical figures and like really dive deep into the original text to get the meaning, and it's almost like rethinking what it's like to read, like physically. And Mr. Wakamatsu is one of my favorite critique philosopher, and I love his interpretation of Soetsu Yanagi, and some of you may be already familiar. He's the one of the founding member of Minge folk crafts movement that's been around for the past century. And many people have interpreted his works and writings, and he wrote extensively. But Mr. Wakamatsu, I love the part that he picks up from the original text and how he adds meaning to it. So yeah, I guess he does culturally translate Yanagi already, and here I am. I'm trying to culturally translate his translation of Yanagi into English. And today I am going to tackle this theme of beauty. Yes. Beauty is an unavoidable concept when you're talking about Japanese culture. And Yanagi was not the exception. And after exploring the beauty of everyday ordinary crafts, later his life, he came to this conviction that there should be a Dharma gate of beauty, or I used to translate it as religion of beauty. And here, I think I'd like to tap on that deeply in the next cultural translation or something. But here, Mr. Wakamatsu explored that theme as well. I guess I like to mention that. So yeah, I used to translate it as religion of beauty, or Mingeikan, the folk crafts museum, translated as Dharma gate of beauty. And Mr. Wakamatsu pointed out that for Yanagi, this meant path or way. And if you're familiar with Japanese culture already, and here there's actually quite a relevant book, The Way of Whiskey, which explains Japanese way of making whiskey. So Japanese like to make way out of anything, whether that's tea, aroma, flower, calligraphy, archeries. You know that book of tea, which is famous book that's in English, published in English as well. Yeah, after relentless pursuit of perfection, repetition, practice, we tend to establish the way of doing anything, and I guess that's part of Japanese culture as well. And Mr. Wakamatsu clarifies that for Yanagi, it was a way of beauty, or the path to beauty, and I appreciate that clarification. But let's dive in to the thought that extracts from Yanagi's writing, Yanagi's book, The Way of Beauty, The Path to Beauty. I will read in Japanese first. 美は哲学上価値と呼ばれるものの一つであるが、価値である限りは うちに無常性を持つものであって、単に修理に対する美にとどまるがごときものではない。In a philosophical sense, beauty is considered one of the values. But as long as it is a value, it has to hold within the supremacy, and it should not be held or stay within the realm of binary, which is beauty against ugly. もしとどまるなら相対値に過ぎぬではないか。それが絶対値に触れる限りは永遠なるものと結ばれていなければならない。So if beauty stays within the realm of relativity, it is not the value. If it's a value, it has to hold ultimate, supreme, absolutism, supremacy within, and it has to be connected, it has to be embraced to the eternal, to the infinite, to the ultimate. Again, I'm not sure if I could translate it that well, but basically, value has to be something ultimate. And I think before talking about beauty, we have to sort of unpack what he means by value. And here Mr. Wakamatsu goes to explain as well, because we tend to think the value is relative terms. Us living in this contemporary capitalistic society, pretty much everything we see, we touch on is transactional, and it can be calculated in numbers, and it can be expressed its value in numbers. But Mr. Wakamatsu points out that to Yanagi, that is not the value. If something can be expressed in number, we should not use the word value. 価値はすべての人に開かれて、個々の人間の魂に直接語りかける。The value is open to everybody and speaks to each individual's soul directly. And the beauty has to be so. 別な言い方をすれば、これは価値があるではなく、これは価値であると書かねばならない。In other way, we have to talk of value as it is the value rather than it has value. So let me just break it down. So we tend to express something as it has value of £1,000, dollars, blah, blah, blah. But to use the word value, the right way of using it, it is the value. You are the value. The beauty is the value. Your existence is the value. Not like you found the dog in a pet shop for whatever the value. So let me just sink in that. Notion of everyone is the absolute value by just existing. And he goes on to say, 人が存在すること、それ自体が価値なのです。人間には誰にも何人たりとも犯すことのできない存在の価値が宿っている。それが美と共振し、共鳴する。Us, human being, existing itself is the value. Human beings, everybody, holds an interferable, untouchable value within itself, and that value resonates with beauty and I cannot find the word, it's just the resonance, the absolute value in us of existence resonate with beauty, and that causes, it triples into the, yeah, it calls a ripple effect into the world. Wow. Okay, this is a beautiful reading that I did today, and I guess I will leave you here today. Hope this offers you a sense of encouragement, positivity, food for thought to carry for the day. Thank you for being with me, and I talk to you tomorrow. Bye.